In the middle of South America, there's a country that is literally a ghost on every travel list. Guidebooks skip it, and travelers literally fly right over it. It's a blank spot on the map the world forgot. But something insane is happening. Tourism numbers are exploding with a 53% increase year over year, and major magazines are suddenly calling it a top country to visit. By the way, if you want to make your next trip even better, grab a free copy of our ebook 10 Travel Hacks. Just download it from the link in the channel description below. That country is Paraguay. So, what is the deal? Why does nobody talk about it? Is it because there's literally nothing to see? Or have we all been sleeping on one of the biggest secrets on the continent? We flew here to find out, and I promise what we discovered will completely change how you see South America. This isn't just a video, this is a mission to uncover the truth about the world's most underrated country. Like every trip here, ours started in Asuncion, one of the oldest cities in all of South America. But right away, this place feels different. This is not the crazy, chaotic capital city you'd expect. It's got this quiet, chill energy that doesn't have to scream for attention. The old city center is a time capsule. We kicked things off at the Palacio de los Lopez, this giant white government palace that looks insane on the riverbank. It's a symbol of pure Paraguayan resilience. From there we walked to the Casa de la Independencia, which looks like a totally normal building but has a crazy story. This is where the country's entire independence was secretly planned in 1811. A revolution started inside these walls. It's not flashy, but it is unbelievably important. But to really get this city, you have to explore its neighborhoods. We went to Loma San Geronimo, a neighborhood that completely reinvented itself with insane murals and colorful steps. It feels like a secret, more real version of Rio's famous Celeron steps, but with zero tourists. Kids are just playing soccer in the streets and locals are hanging out, ready to tell you their story. Then we went to the most overwhelming place yet, Mercado 4. This market is the true heart of the city, a maze of stalls selling literally everything from electronics to exotic fruit. It's loud, it's chaotic, and it is absolutely incredible. This is where you feel the pulse of the country and eat the most authentic food for just pennies. And everywhere you go, you hear something you won't hear anywhere else. Not just Spanish, but Guarani. It's one of 2 official languages, and almost everyone speaks it. That is unheard of for an indigenous language in the Americas. Hearing it on the streets, in the shops, on the radio, you realize this isn't a history lesson, it's the living soul of the country. After the capital, we flew south to see a completely different side of Paraguay. Our destination, Encarnacion, the Pearl of the South. And this is where Paraguay hits you with one of its biggest surprises. For a country with no coastline, it has an insane beach culture. The Costanera, this beautiful boardwalk along the giant Parana River, opens up onto Playa San Jose, a massive sandy river beach. On a hot day, it is packed with people soaking up the sun and swimming. It's a wild sight, a beach paradise hundreds of miles from any ocean. But Encarnacion is famous for one thing, Carnival. Every February, the city explodes in a frenzy of color and music. It might not be as famous as Rio's, but Encarnacion's Carnival is a huge event. They have a purpose-built sambadrome for the insane parades. It's a spectacular show of pure joy and a side of the country most people have no idea exists. By the way, if you're enjoying this look at a South America you never knew existed, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button right now. We find these hidden gems, and when you subscribe, you help us keep these insane trips coming. You don't want to miss where we go next. From the biggest party, we went on a trip back in time. Just a short drive away are the Jesuit missions of La Santísima Trinidad de Parana and Jesus de Tavarang. These are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and these giant stone ruins are monuments to a crazy moment in history. Walking through these massive, quiet grounds, it feels like a unique experiment where European and Guarani cultures merged. And unlike other famous ruins, you can explore them with almost no one else around. It feels less like a tour and more like a real discovery. From ancient history, we jumped straight to a modern marvel. Driving east to the Brazilian border, you find 2 of Paraguay's most powerful sites. First, a force of nature, the Saltos del Munde. These waterfalls are insane. plunging 45 meters with just immense power. They get overshadowed by their world-famous neighbor, Iguazú Falls, but they are a spectacular sight that you can see without the insane crowds. And then, just a few kilometers away, is one of the greatest engineering feats on Earth, the Itaipu Dam. This thing is run by both Paraguay and Brazil, and is almost unbelievably huge. For years, it was the most powerful hydroelectric plant in the world. They used enough steel to build 380 Eiffel Towers. Standing there, looking at a wall of concrete that's nearly 8 kilometers long, and as tall as a 65-story building, you feel so small. This dam generates 90% of Paraguay's electricity. It's a jaw-dropping symbol of ingenuity and national pride. So after seeing all of this, ancient ruins, buzzing cities, powerful waterfalls, and engineering wonders, we have to go back to the main question. Why is Paraguay still a complete blank spot on the map? First, its geography. It's landlocked, squeezed between the giants of Brazil and Argentina. It is literally overshadowed. Tourists swarm Iguazú Falls from the Brazilian or Argentinian sides, never even thinking about what's right across the river. Paraguay has always been the detour, never the main event. Second, the reason is a brutal history. The War of the Triple Alliance in the 1860s was a complete catastrophe. Paraguay fought Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay, and the war wiped out an estimated 70% of its male population. This war didn't just set the country back, it almost erased it from existence. The recovery was incredibly long and slow, keeping it isolated for a century. And finally, it's all about perception. Paraguay doesn't have a single world-famous icon like Machu Picchu or Christ the Redeemer. It doesn't fit on the main tourist trail, so it's just been ignored. Its main airport has only a handful of airlines, making it a pain to even get here. But here's the craziest thing we realized. The exact reasons nobody talks about Paraguay are now its biggest strengths. Being landlocked and isolated has preserved a culture that feels 100% authentic. Its tragic history has created a spirit of quiet strength and people who are warm, welcoming, and genuinely happy to see you. And the fact that it doesn't have one big tourist trap means the entire country is an off-the-beaten-path adventure. This isn't a country of fake experiences or tourist traps. This is a place for travelers, not tourists. It's a chance to see a corner of South America that hasn't been polished for everybody else. You can stand in the middle of a stunning UNESCO ruin and have it all to yourself. You can experience a capital city that moves at its own speed. You can feel the real heart of a nation that is proudly, uniquely Paraguayan. Paraguay is the underdog. It's the forgotten country. And for anyone looking for a real, unfiltered adventure, that's exactly why it should be at the very top of your list. So, would you visit? Let us know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next one.